Hey, this is your girl, BB from the streets, bringing you all that tea. I knew with this interview on Club Shay Shay that Monique was going to let us know what was really going on. And she brought up things that I never even heard her talk about before. And I'm glad she did, because it only goes to prove the point that what she was saying is true. Because as we seen just recently, with Taraji breaking down on multiple interviews on the run while they're endorsing for Color Purple, she's breaking down. This should be a happy time in your life. You're doing a movie that's award-winning, so you should be happy. All these great actors and actresses you're getting to work with, but you're breaking down because you realize you're not getting paid what you're worth. So Monique even brought that topic back up about maybe a decade ago when Taraji was in her trailer talking to her, and she was letting her know, like, when is it our chance to win? And Taraji's like, next time. And like Monique said, by the next time, it's time for us to win, or when our time comes, we'll be gone. We can't keep waiting around for these things to happen. We got to make it happen and make sure we stand on it. Monique has been speaking up about this over the last decade. And it's only right. And this goes for whatever profession normally black women work in. And I don't want to just make it about black women, but this is a black woman that's been talking about this same situation for over a decade. And with her having to deal with Tyler Perry calling her difficult, Oprah cutting in on her money, and Lee Daniels at first not standing up and saying, I paid her the $50,000. She did the work. Thank you very much. That was, like she said, this was an agreement between me and Lee. I don't know where Oprah and Tyler came from minding their business. But if you wanted to mind business, you should have made sure you did it properly while minding their business. But Tyler and Oprah minding Lee's and Monique's business is what made the situation maybe go even further than what it had to be. Tyler should have told Lee, look, Monique fulfilled her obligation. She did the movie. Now, if you want her to do more, pay her some more. She could go do the press runs, do the press junkets, do all that stuff. But when, like she said, when you want me to work for free, that's slavery. And she's not doing it. And no one should have to do it. Everybody's time is just as valuable and precious as the next person's time. And you have to put it to people like this. Tyler, how often do you go work for free? Oprah, how often do you go work for free? But with Monique speaking to different people and other people saying they will help out, like Al Sharpton, you see he ain't do his thing. And she said Stephanie Mills, and Stephanie talked to Tyler, and Tyler said, you know what, let's try to move past that. And it's true, like Kat said, when people do wrong, they want you to move past it. Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Let's move past it. But that's not right. And she shouldn't have to move past it because the way y'all are doing her is wrong. But then with her saying she won a Kevin Hart show, and I did see that episode when she won a Kevin Hart, and they spoke and it seemed like a great interview. Now with Monique saying that behind the scenes, he said that he will help her out and he got you, he'll produce, he'll do all this, do all that. And Monique is thinking like, yeah, we got to win in our column now. But then even Kevin, tis, tis, tis. Kevin, I thought you was a man in the streets. But I guess you was a man lying in the streets. And you didn't keep your word, and that's wrong. But I like the way that Shannon and Monique talked about punishment. Let's watch.
You said, do you believe the punishment that was bestowed upon Monique was not only to punish you, but to deter others from saying what you said?
Well, Shannon, see here, and I'm going to answer that. But sometimes we act like we don't know our history. See, back in the day, when they had us in chains, they would beat one real good.
Right. But in front of the others.
In front of the others, and they let everybody know what you don't want is that type of.
Right.
So what they said was, we're going to beat Monique really good. We're going to sit her down. And I made it public. Financially, my family took a hit, Shannon. And when I tell you we took a hit,
right,
We took a hit. So when you see our sister go through that, you see her go through, and we act like our eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with The Color Purple.
Right.
We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we got to stand tall and stand strong on what we know. We know you were mistreated. We know it wasn't right. We know it was unfair. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because that allows Lady O to keep on doing what she's doing. And we're in a position of, I don't want to say nothing because we saw how Monique got. Now, again, that's just my humble opinion, but I don't know I don't know how else to frame that. It's like, listen, you better fix that because you saw what they did to her.
Now that is exactly what they want to happen. They wanted people to see that Monique spoke out, and this is what we're going to do. So if you speak out, this is what you're going to get. And that's not what people should be doing. You should stand up. What's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right. And we should not be fearful of what people are going to do. Because, believe you me, the one thing people have to always remember, there's a lot of people on top, but there's more people on the bottom. So if the bottom stays together and works together, we can all build at the same time. But people be so frightened and afraid and scared of the punishment that will happen to them. She took a hit to her career, with her family, their finances, and I'm glad she put Shannon to say that. Tyler and Oprah owe her. They owe her. And he should go on the show so he can pay her what he owes her. Let me know what you think. How much do you think Tyler really owes Monique? Should he just have to give her a check, an apology? What do you think Oprah should do? Does she just have to give a check or an apology? Leave a comment below, hit like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell.